She-Hulk is all set to make her MCU debut with her own standalone TV series on Disney+. But recently there have been some reports that we might see She-Hulk way before this series, as she is being set to debut in the upcoming Spider-Man 3, which is slated to release in July 2021. And the reports say that since She-Hulk is lawyer by profession, she might end up helping Peter Parker, as currently Peter is pretty much considered a terrorist because of the London attacks and the death of Mysterio. So without doubt, Peter will need some serious legal help, and it makes sense that Marvel would introduce She-Hulk in this movie, as that would help her own series and it will tie it beautifully to the biggest cinematic universe, that is the MCU. So today we are going to discuss who She-Hulk is and what should you expect of her in the coming years. Just like Hulk, She-Hulk has a staggering superhuman strength and is practically immune to injury, pain and disease. If you are wondering how She-Hulk gets the power of the Hulk in the first place, then the answer is pretty simple. Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, happens to be her cousin. So that one time when she needed emergency blood transfusion following an injury, Bruce donated his blood. But little did he know that his cousin would never be the same again. Thanks to the gamma radiation imbued blood, Jennifer Walters, which happens to be her real name, gains some of the powers of the Hulk. Well, she isn't as strong as the Incredible Hulk, but she has another advantage. That is, she more or less retains her personality even when she is in her Hulk form, something like that of Professor Hulk version of Bruce Banner. And just like Professor Hulk from Endgame, She-Hulk is almost always in her Hulk form. Another thing that She-Hulk shares in common with her cousin is her intelligence. She is a skilled and experienced attorney who attended UCLA School of Law, where she was a member of the Order of the Curve, a national merit society for top legal scholars. She-Hulk has also been a part of this multiversal group of judges called the Mazarati, which basically gave her the powers to pass judgment on any matter of creation in whole of the multiverse. So basically she has also worked for the Living Tribunal, who as you all know is the supreme judge of the Marvel's multiverse. But I don't think we are going to see this character arc of her in MCU for many years to come. But what we might see is a team up with Gamora. As in the comics, She-Hulk is a formidable hand-to-hand combatant, having been trained by both Captain America and Gamora, and because of which, even in her normal form, she can take care of several thugs on her own thanks to her incredible martial arts skills. Now that's something that Bruce Banner can't do. Maybe he should have taken a lesson or two from Captain America between the events of First Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron, but maybe that's not Banner's style. Anyways, She-Hulk has an advantage during hand-to-hand combat due to her extensive training. For example, she once displayed sufficient knowledge of the acupressure to render the Hulk's number one nemesis, Abomination, unconscious. Jennifer Walters is also a skilled pilot, and she has previously used a modified car that could fly to go to the outer space. Over the years, she has been a member of Team Avengers, Fantastic Four, Heroes of Fire, The Defenders, Fantastic Fours, and S.H.I.E.L.D. And as a highly skilled lawyer, she had served as a legal counsel to various superheroes on numerous occasions, which is why it makes perfect sense to introduce her as Peter Parker's lawyer in Spider-Man 3. And the most awesome thing about She-Hulk was her ability to break the fourth wall. Actually, she did it first, way before Deadpool. So don't be surprised if we see that happen in the MCU too. Let me know in the comments, do you like the idea of She-Hulk breaking the fourth wall in the MCU? Or is it something that only Deadpool can pull off? Till now we have only talked about her skills and powers, but she is way more than that. She-Hulk has one of a kind of a personality, and that has changed over the years. Originally she was ill-tempered and violent, but now she is more of a fun-loving and kind individual. But that doesn't stop her from being fierce against the unjust. As a highly idealistic lawyer, she has a history of defending the rights of the minorities and the basic civil liberties, including the rights of the criminals, so that they don't get unjustly mistreated, something like punishment should fit the crime. But these priorities of her have sometimes made her personally conflicted, such as reversing her stance regarding the Superhuman Registration Act during the Civil War in the comics, and being disillusioned when Bruce Banner was sent into space by the Illuminatis. And as we know, when Hulk finally returned from this exile, he had his revenge as the World War Hulk. Even though Marvel hasn't yet confirmed any plans for the Bruce Banner's Hulk in the MCU, it might seem reasonable to consider that we might see Bruce in the She-Hulk series. After all, he is her cousin and is closely linked to her origin story, but as of now, that's only a speculation. I guess we'd have to wait a bit longer to get more info on this upcoming MCU series. And with that, we'll bring this video to an end. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more upcoming content.